What if I told you that the very thing you think makes you desirable is actually the anchor keeping you from sailing into the sea of success? That most men are completely off course when it comes to what truly captivates women. There's one brutal, uncomfortable truth that separates the contenders from the pretenders. And the men who master this truth, they don't just become irresistible to women, they become powerful in every aspect of life. This is a lesson straight from the Stoic philosophers, and today we're dissecting it like a frog in science class. Stick around until the end, because this could be the eureka revelation you've been waiting for. So let's dive in. Starting with number 1, what many men misunderstand about attraction. For centuries, men have been duped into thinking attraction is all about looks, status, or wealth, like a bad reality show. Sure, those things can help, but they're not the secret source for deep, lasting attraction. The ancient Stoics like Seneca, Epictetus, and I had the inside scoop on something modern men seem to have skipped over. Picture this. How often have you seen a man chase a woman, put her on a pedestal, and believe that if he just proves himself enough, she'll finally choose him? Well, I hate to break it to you lover boys and lover girls out there, but this never works. And here's the kicker behind why. The moment you seek external validation, you hand over your power like it's a party favor. And when you lose power, you lose respect faster than a magician's rabbit. A woman doesn't want a man who needs her to feel whole. She wants a man who is already whole within himself, like a well-balanced bread basket filled to the brim with whole wheat bread. This is where Stoicism comes in, leading us straight into point number 2, the Stoic trick for lasting attraction. The Stoics taught that the highest form of power is self-control, the ability to stay calm, confident, and as unflappable as a duck on a pond. A man who can master his emotions, actions, and mindset is like a superhero without a cape. Seneca put it simply, stating, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Therefore, here's the kicker to all this. You don't need validation, not from women, not from society, not from anyone. In actuality, the moment you stop seeking approval, you become the prize, like the last slice of pizza at a birthday party where nothing but salad and a fruit cup find themselves left over. With all that being said, what does all this actually look like in practice? Let's break it all down in here with triple threat point number 3, how to apply this power in real life, with the first of 4 solutions. Number 1, detaching from outcomes. One of the biggest blunders men make is giving a hoot about how a woman reacts. Whether she's smitten or not should have zero impact on your self-worth. So instead of trying to dazzle her, live a life that fills your cup up first. If you're confident, if you've got purpose, and if you're centered, people will inevitably be drawn to you like moths to a flame. Epictetus once said, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things beyond our control." Which alludes to the fact that you cannot always control how someone feels about you, but you can totally always control how you carry yourself and how you choose to strut your stuff out there in them streets. Leading me over to the second solution of the 4, and dovetailing over from detachment, coming in at number 2, mastering emotional control. Most men let their emotions dictate their actions. They get frustrated when they're ignored, or overly eager when they get attention. This signals neediness. And neediness is the ultimate attraction deflator, if I've ever seen one. A stoic man remains as cool as a cucumber, no matter the situation. He does not let his emotions overpower his logic. And when you're in control of yourself, you're not just in control of the room. You're the one holding the remote. like Adam Sandler in the 2006 movie Click. Which brings us to the third solution of the four, dovetailing over from emotional regulation at number 3, letting go of seeking validation. The more you chase approval, the more you turn into a human boomerang. Nobody wants that. Women can smell desperation from a mile away, and trust me, it's not a fragrance or pheromone that particularly attracts. With that being said, instead of being a validation vampire, with Dracula all up inside of your 23andMe profile, try whipping up some genuine self-confidence. The secret sauce? It's made out of discipline, knowledge, and experience, not from others' external approval. As Seneca wisely once said, a wise man is content with himself. So be the type of man who's so secure he doesn't need anyone, yet everyone wants him around, just for the vibes and good times. Speaking of vibes and overall good times, this subject segues seamlessly over into number 4, purpose over pleasure. A man on a mission? Unstoppable. Why? Because when you ditch fleeting fun for something greater than short-term hedonism and temporary pleasure, you transform yourself into a force of nature. A force who is willing to sacrifice the immediate and short-term contingencies of momentary pleasure in order to pursue what is meaningful and not what is expedient, which is a means of attaining an end that is convenient and practical, but possibly considered improper or immoral, according to Dr. Jordan Peterson. Women gravitate towards driven men, not those who put them on a pedestal by making them the center of their entire universe. Nonetheless, Jordan Peterson has also noted, you get to pick your damn sacrifice, that's all, because you don't get to not make one, and that sacrifice is inevitable. Consequently, it's important to accept responsibility for this reality as soon as possible. As Friedrich Nietzsche once said, a man with a why can bear almost any how. Realizing that sacrifice operates within a higher principality, allowing people to integrate their personal desires with those of their community when proportioned appropriately. In layman's terms, this is what it means, ultimately, to focus on purpose over pleasure, to attain meaning that's able to buttress oneself against the calamities associated with suffering, negative emotion, and the catastrophes related to life as a mortal human being. So, with all that being said, let's waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Let's straight up just be one. Because here's the truth most men refuse to accept. You don't attract women by chasing them like a dog after a squirrel. You attract them by becoming the kind of man they'd be crazy to lose. Steve-O from Jackass plays that part, where his mantra is ultimately to do the work to become the man that the love of his life deserves. A man who's got his emotions on a leash, a man who doesn't need a high five from everyone, and a man with a purpose bigger than his Netflix queue. And when you embody these traits, you shine bright like a diamond, drawing in not just women, but opportunities, respect, success, and who knows, maybe even Rihanna herself if you're shining bright enough. So go out there and strut your stuff and drop a comment below. I'm curious, what do you personally find to be the most poignant theme or characteristic when it comes to breaking down the archetype of the so-called unshakable man? And if you found this lesson as enlightening as a Thomas Edison light bulb, please, by all means, don't be shy. Like, subscribe, and share this clip however you see fit. Because this is just the start of your quest for self-mastery, as these principles and characteristics exemplify the true power and nature of Stoicism, as well as how you can embody someone who is inevitably irresistible. Until next time, thanks again for watching. Stay up, stay blessed, and I'll catch you all on the flip side.